Guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm gonna mention 7 different ways to decrease the environmental pollution or just pollution. So these are the things that I wanted to show you guys for like so long, and I truly believe in these tips, and I feel like you guys should follow them to try to save our planet or just make the environment happier. So just before I get into this video, make sure to like this video and subscribe down below to never miss any future videos. And yeah, enough talking, we're just gonna get right into this video. So the first tip is try not to use public transports. I know that some people might not be able to follow these tips because they don't have any choice, and if you don't have any choice, that's okay. I'm not telling you you should not use public transports, but if you have maybe some place that you need to go and it's not that far away, I mean, you could use a bike or you can just go for a walk, and that's also a great way to relieve stress. And I definitely recommend you guys, if you have a choice to like go without a public transport, you're gonna do a massive difference for the environment, and that's just gonna make everything better. So the next tip is, this is actually the tip that I really struggle to follow, and that is to turn off the lights when you're not using them, or like when you're trying not to use them. I know that some people don't follow these tips, and I actually know a friend that just does not follow this tip at all, and I'm always just like, follow these tips, because you can also save a lot of money for the electricity, and that's gonna do a massive difference for the environment as well. And also try to like turn off the lights when you're not using them, and you're gonna do a massive difference for the environment. So the next tip is, this is actually the tip that probably all people should follow, and that is to recycle and reuse. So let's say you have a plastic bag, and like a lot of people use paper bags, so like, but some people do have a choice. And then when you go to like a store, you have your like a large bag with you that's plastic, and then you go into the store, you buy things, and that's the time when a lot of people do wrong, is that then they just throw the bag away, and that's not the way to do it, because you can just reuse that bag. But if that bag is like really ripped and all that, just throw it away and use another one. But try not to use bags like every time you go to the like a grocery store or to a store or anything, and you're gonna do a massive difference for the environment. Okay, so next tip is kind of similar to this one, and that is to not use plastic bags. I know that this can be hard to a lot of people, and the trick is to using like paper bags. I'm actually going to show you a bag that is a really good example. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have 2 bags with me. Let me just show you the first one. The first one is this one. This is not plastic after all. This is kind of like it's kind of like cotton, I don't know, but it's actually really like strong, and it's also really large. Like, look at this. Oh gosh, look at how large this thing is, and you can fit a lot of things in here. And the next one is actually even bigger, and that is this one. Like, look how huge this thing is, you guys. Like, you can fit a lot of different things in here, and you have 2 of them. And we actually have like no plastic bags in our house, like at all, and that's really good. And look how huge these things are. Like, I know this one is big, but look how big this thing is. Like, you can barely even see me. And yeah, that's a really huge tip, and also they're really cheap as well. The bigger one costed like $2, and the other one costed like $1 only, and that's awesome. So the next tip is kind of similar as well, but try not to use air conditioners and use fans instead. Air conditioners also cost like a lot, so you're gonna save a lot of money on your air conditioning bill, and also on your electricity bill. And I know fans do use some electricity, but nowhere near as much as air conditioners, and you're gonna do a massive difference for the environment as well. Okay, so the 6th tip is actually the tip that I truly believe is worth doing, and that is to just plant a tree. During my life, I planted like so many trees. I cannot even like count how many trees I planted. I planted like at least like at least like 90 trees or even 100 maybe. I know that most of the trees I just planted them like around the forest because we didn't have a lot of space. But I'm gonna show you some pictures around here. These are some of the trees. These are just like a really small amount that I always like water them like at least once a week, and I just check on how they're doing. And the biggest tree that I planted, and it's actually the first tree I planted, is actually right here. It's a spruce. I don't know what type of spruce is, but it's going like really fast. And I think it's around 7 or 8 years old, and it's already like almost 10 feet tall, which is crazy. And also the newest tree that I planted, it's actually it's a pine tree that I actually showed in one video on my vlog channel. I show you guys how I like planted it and all that. So if you want to do that, I will link in the description below. And the trees also absorb the carbon dioxide of the air, or just CO2, whatever you want to call it. And that's amazing because we pollute our air a lot with carbon dioxide or CO2. I'm gonna call it CO2. CO2 is not good for the environment, and it's heating up our atmosphere, and that's just not good. And planting a tree is really gonna make a huge difference. And so just experiment. It doesn't have to be like a huge tree. You can just buy some seeds and just like plant them, and that's gonna do a massive difference for the environment. And also you're gonna, how this is, like build a lot of homes for the animals, because trees are basically homes to animals. So that's a little tip. And the next tip may come a little negative to some people, and that is try not to use your car too much. And I'm not telling you you should not use the car, like chill. And I mean, if you're trying to like go to a store that's like 5 minutes away with your car, you can just go for a walk, and that's a great way to relieve stress and anxiety. And but if you absolutely have to use a car, go ahead, because I'm not telling you should like always go on a walk. Or if you don't want to use a car, but you also need to go like farther away from your home, you can just use your bike as well. Okay, so I talked a lot during this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below to never miss any future videos. And yeah, that's all I got for you today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!